Yes, guys, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel, where it is time for match week 23 of the 2020-21 Scottish Premiership season. Now, I will leave the updated league table. I have actually spent some time updating the league table, and I'm going to say this now, it is so close. I will leave the table in the description for you guys to go and see. But let's have a quick look on how we did in last week. Now, I have to say, I've got 4 points. Now, I have to apologise. In one of the predictions that I actually said, I actually had written down Ross County 1, St Johnstone 1. Now, I actually said in the video Ross County 2, St Johnstone 0. So, I got Ross County, St Johnstone, wrong in the video, but I actually got it right in the prediction. So, you know what? I'm going to have to take full responsibility for that. So, 1 point. 1 point. That was absolutely awful. But yeah, it would have been 4, if I had said Ross County, to beat St Johnstone in the video. But yeah, top scorers, we had 2 in the comments that got top scorers, and that was Mike Eddy and Toni Macaroni, who both got 7 points. So very, very well done to both of you. Now we have, let me see, 7 games to predict this week. Yes, 7. Livingston and Aberdeen are playing twice this week. Livingston's rearranged game against Aberdeen is this Wednesday as well. So, and I will tell you about a fixture change this weekend as well. So I'll let you know what happens in these games. So we have Dundee United against St Johnstone. And the last 5 between the sides have resulted in 1 win to Dundee United, 1 win to St Johnstone, and 3 draws. And the last result was a 1-1 draw between the sides. Well, Dundee United getting a 0-0 draw of Aberdeen. They will feel like they should have gone away with all 3 points. They absolutely dominated Aberdeen for most of that game. It was a good game. It was one of those games where a 0-0. 0-0 is not always a good result, but it was quite a good 0-0 to watch. So you can say that for Dundee United, but Dundee United sitting comfortably in 6th place right now, and they'll want to move up for sure. St Johnstone, they were involved. Let me just get back to 1-1 draw with Ross County. Yeah, another game where they think they should have won. Obviously they were given a penalty, and the penalty was dispatched. I think it was Chris Miller that scored, and then all of a sudden Ross County go up the other end and equalise as well. So very, very tricky one to call. The meeting previously was 1-1. I'm actually going to go for the same result. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between Dundee United and St Johnstone now. And we have Kilmarnock against Hamilton now. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 2 wins to Killie, 2 wins to Hamilton, and 1 draw. The last result was a 2-1 win to Killie. Killie going off the back of a 1-1 draw with St Mirren. Danny Rogers will not want to watch the highlights back because it was his mistake that allowed St Mirren back into the game. I don't know what he was doing. He catches the ball and then takes it across his own line. Really, really poor from him. And Kilmarnock obviously denied, victory as well. Hamilton 3-0 against Motherwell. I mean, everyone will say that Motherwell's goalkeeper Aaron Chapman was to obviously blame for some of the goals, but what you can say, fantastic performance from Brian Rice's side. That's 2 clean sheets in a row as well. So very, very well done to Hamilton. And there were very good goals as well. Hodgson getting a goal, which is unheard of in all honesty. So really difficult one to call. I'm going to go for a Killie win, and I'm going to go for them to win by 2-0. I think Hamilton will go back down with a bump. But it's been a good run for Hamilton. It has been a very good run for Hamilton. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Kilmarnock. Now, St Mirren against Motherwell is the next game. And the last 5 between the sides of it, 2 wins to Saints, 2 draws, and 1 win to Motherwell. The last result was a 1-1 draw between the sides. Well, St Mirren, as I've said, got a 1-1 draw with Killie. It was helped by an ex-St Mirren player, of course, Danny Rogers, who managed to take the ball over his goal line and gave St Mirren the points. Now, big news for St Mirren fans. You have signed Eamon Brophy on a pre-contract from Kilmarnock, so he will join in the summer. I think that's a cracking signing for Kilmarnock, for St Mirren, sorry. Yeah, I know he's not been in the goals recently, but I have to say it's a fantastic signing for St Mirren, and it will definitely give them more firepower as they go forward. Motherwell, oh dear, 3-0 defeat to Hamilton at the weekend. Very, very poor from Motherwell for sure. Aaron Chapman, they have signed Liam Kelly on loan from QPR, ex-Livingston of course, so very good signing for Motherwell as well. And the big news is Graham Alexander has now been appointed Motherwell boss, the ex-Salford City manager and ex-Burnley player Graham Alexander. So good appointment, Motherwell fans. Good appointment, Motherwell fans. I don't think he'll be in the dugout this weekend, so I think he will take charge of the next game, which will be next week, of course. So I'm going to go for St Mirren winning this one. Going to go for a narrow 1-0 win to St Mirren. Now, I have been told that people will be like, where's Livingston Ross County? I will tell you now, Livingston Ross County has been moved to the Sunday to basically allow the pitch to maybe, dry out, and, there was freezing temperatures at Livingston as well, so maybe the game would go ahead on the Saturday, so they're waiting to see on Sunday. Because I do believe that the weather is meant to get better overnight. So, with that being said, the first game on Sunday is Aberdeen against Rangers. The last 5 between the sides have done 3 wins to Rangers, 2 draws in there for good measure, 1-0 win to Rangers the last meeting. Aberdeen, a 0-0 draw with Dundee United. Yeah, I expect them to make a couple of January signings. They are in talks with Gary Mackay-Steven about a possible return for Gary Mackay-Steven. That'd be a good signing. That'd be a very good signing. He's kind of lost his way in America. So I think that would be a very, very good signing for sure. Rangers, very great win. Absolutely fantastic win against Celtic. Didn't play the best, but they got the result. And they are now 19 points clear. And it could be 22 by the time Celtic play Hibernian on Monday. So we'll see if they can do it. I'm going to go for a Rangers win, in all honesty. I think Rangers will be too strong for Aberdeen. Aberdeen do make it difficult for Rangers, but I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Rangers. And now the Livingston Ross County game is on Sunday. It is the last 5 between the sides. They've done 3 wins to Livy, 1 draw and 1 win to Ross County. And the last result was a 2-0 win to Livingston. Well, I mean, Livingston, what is it? 5 wins on the bounce, 9 wins out of the last 10 games in all competitions for the Livy Lions. Wow. I mean, 3-0 against Hibs. It could have been more. They played absolutely fantastically against Hibs. I mean, to be fair, Hibs are on a bit of a bad run, you'd have to say, but what a result for Livingston. I mean, I watched this game in the company of my fiancée and her family, who are all Hibs fans, and I was just the one in the corner, just watching as a Livingston fan, and I absolutely enjoyed the game. They didn't. So great win for Livingston, absolutely fantastic. Josh Mullen, John Guthrie, and Scott Robinson as well. Scott Robinson will enjoy that goal for sure, obviously being an ex-Hearts player as well. Ross County 1-1 draw with St Johnstone in the last game. Good result for them. Good result because St Johnstone had the better of the play, and it's going to be a very interesting game. John Hughes back at Livingston, of course, so we'll see what will happen as well. So I'm going to say that Livingston will win this one by 2-0. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Livingston in this one. And that means we have Monday's game as well. It's Celtic against Hibernian. The last 5 between the sides have dotted in 3 wins to Celtic and 2 draws. The last result was a 3-0 win to Celtic. Well, Celtic 1-0 defeat to Rangers, and then they decide to go to Dubai in the midst of a pandemic. I mean, yes, this trip might have been agreed before obviously all this lockdown business happened, but it is. I suppose Dubai would be a place where people would want to go because they're probably virus free over there. So, but it is a bit strange that Celtic do go in the week of that. Yeah, maybe a training camp, etc. But poor result against Rangers, you'd have to say. But Hibs, 3-0 defeat against Livingston. I mean, they were really poor. Dylan Barnes has gone back to QPR. So Kevin Dabrowski has come back from Dumbarton. So it's between him and Marciano. So will Dabrowski potentially start this game? Possibly. Possibly indeed. I'm going to go for a Celtic win. I'm going to go for a Celtic win to push them back to 19 points. And then next week they have a double header against Livingston, believe it or not. So big games coming up for Celtic as well. We're going to go for a 2-1 win to Celtic. And that is not the games finished this week. There is one more game, and it is Livingston against Aberdeen. It's going to be a really interesting one because, as I've said, Livingston Aberdeen was postponed back in December. So hopefully this game will go ahead. Now, the last 5 meetings between the sides resulted in 4 wins to Aberdeen and 1 draw. The last result was a 2-0 win to Aberdeen. Now, Livingston haven't beaten Aberdeen since returning to the Scottish Premiership. Hopefully that will happen. Now, Livingston are playing Ross County, and I would expect them to win this game. I would expect them to win against Ross County. Aberdeen are playing Rangers. I would expect Aberdeen to probably lose to Rangers. So, because of that, I'm going to go for Livingston to get their first victory over Aberdeen since 2004, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Livingston in this one. So that is it. That is match week 23 done and dusted. As I've said, leave your predictions in the comment section down below. And like Mike Eddy and Danny Ricardo, you will get a shout out in the next video. So my predictions are as follows. Dundee United 1, St Johnstone 1. Kilmarnock 2, Hamilton 0. St Mirren 1, Motherwell 0. Aberdeen 0, Rangers 2. Livingston 2, Ross County 0. And Celtic 2, Hibs 1, and Livingston 2, Aberdeen 1. So that is it. That is match week 23 done and dusted. As I said, leave your predictions in the comment section down below. And we will see what happens for these games for sure. It's also Scottish Cup weekend as well. So we'll see. The draw, I think, is made on Monday. I think it's Monday. So we'll find out who the Scottish Cup teams get as well. So it's going to be a really interesting week for sure, and I'm looking forward to it as well. But until then, goodbye from me. If you do like this content, please hit that subscribe button, smash like on this video as well, and yeah, we'll see what happens for this game week, and I'm pretty sure it will go very, very well, and hopefully every game goes ahead. Weather dependent, of course, because it has been snowing. It snowed here at Edinburgh, snowing everywhere. So yeah, hopefully the fixtures will go ahead. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye bye for now. Enjoy your weekend. Cheers. Bye.